Right now, a person of interest is in custody after multiple downtown fires this week. We're going to have the latest from police.
And we'll also have the latest from the Badgers game day and Boeing strike.
Got a lot of stuff that we're getting to this morning.
Absolutely. It's Friday the 13th.
It is. That's what it is. It's Friday the 13th. That's the reason.
Throwing us for a little loop this morning.
A little video mix up there.
Yes.
Also, I want to clarify the graphic that we showed in the last segment for the stripe out. It said strip out. Stripe out tomorrow.
Please.
So please.
Please.
Close on for the Badger game tomorrow.
Fully closed.
White or red, depending on what section you're in. It's a stripe out. I will take the blame for that. That is a graphic that I wrote up this morning in the spell check, and I did not. I didn't double check that.
Yeah, no, there's no confusion here, so don't get arrested at tomorrow's game because you missed. Yeah, because we messed it up a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. We're back. We're better.
We do have that big Alabama game tomorrow. Kickoff's at 11 o'clock. Savannah, how are things looking for kickoff when it comes to the weather?
Pretty good. We are going to see some cloud cover in place, but at least all showers, I think, stay northwest of Madison for the most part. I think we could, though, however, see some of that after the game, at least in Madison, too. But temperatures, they're not going to be a problem. It'll be a lot more mild compared to the Badgers' second home game last weekend. Temperatures were in the 60s. By kickoff, already at 11 a.m., we'll be in the mid to upper 70s, and then we'll be pushing the 80-degree mark by halftime. At the end of the game, into the lower 80s. Cloud cover will stick around for most of the game. We're also tracking some smoke, but because of the cloudy skies, you're not able to see that as well as what we have seen the last couple of days. Madison's current air quality is at 51. When you have 0 to 50, that falls in the good category, but we're down to 51, which technically just in the moderate category, still health concerns for sensitive people. So limit time outdoors if you can. Most of southern Wisconsin is this morning falling in that good category. Most areas yesterday across Wisconsin and several other surrounding states were down to the moderate category. Like I mentioned, tracking some rain chances. We'll have an update on that and our drought monitor coming up.
All right, Savannah, thank you. Getting you ready for game day tomorrow. The Badgers are going to host number 4th ranked Alabama.
That's right. This is going to be a historic weekend here in Madtown. And our Michelle Renee Quinn is here now with everything you need to know headed into game day. Good morning.
Good morning. Yep, that's right. An 11 a.m. kickoff for our guys tomorrow. The Wisconsin football team is hosting a top 5 non-conference opponent at Camp Randall for the first time in decades. So if you're looking to join the tailgating fun, check out Badger Bash at Union South. The 50-year tradition begins 2.5 hours before kickoff, so that means an 8:30 start on Saturday. There, of course, will be performances by the UW-Madison Marching Band and Spirit Squad. Badger Bash is free and open to the public. If you're interested in your own tailgating experience, parking lots for Saturday will open at 6 a.m. You can visit UW Badger's Travel Center online to find information about lots and the Bucky Shuttle. If you take the Bucky Shuttle, be sure to purchase your pass in advance. Former students I've talked to also recommended parking on State Street and taking the Metro. So tickets and parking can also be found on the Badger mobile app.
And that's what the tickets are going through again this season. That's one of the changes. You got to have that app ready to get you ready for the big game tomorrow.
Yes. It's going to be a chaotic scene downtown.
Go Badgers.
Yeah,
yes.
It's going to be fun chaos, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Hopefully everything stays under control and Badgers come out with a win. That would be a fantastic, best case scenario. All right, Michelle Renee, thank you.
Of course.
All right, let's get back to our continuing coverage of those fires in downtown Madison this week. A person of interest is now in custody. Arson detectives say that he's connected to a dumpster fire. Investigators believe that person of interest did so intentionally. Now, this happened early Wednesday morning in the area of West Johnson and State Streets. This person not yet formally charged, so we're not identifying them. Madison police say that fire in the dumpster is connected to 2 others that happened Wednesday morning. One left a dumpster in flames on Langdon Street. Meanwhile, the other displaced 6 students and caused damage here at this home on West Washington near Bassett. Investigators say the fire cost about $500,000 in damages. No one suffered any injuries.
OSHA is accusing a Sun Prairie contractor of violating 8 safety regulations. GL Construction of Madison could face fines of more than $144,000. This stems from infractions at a Verona construction site back in February. Documents allege employees were exposed to fall hazards, not using proper eye protection, and operating boom trucks without proper licensing. It follows the death of an employee on the job in April of 2022. GL Construction is contesting the penalties.
We're continuing our 3 for the People coverage this morning. This week, we're going to focus on the economy, especially inflation.
Today, we're taking a look at what Wisconsin's U.S. candidates have to say about the issue. Republican candidate Eric Hovde's press secretary recently shared an op-ed he wrote on inflation for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. In it, Hovde blamed inflation on what he calls failed economic policies of the Biden-Harris administration.
Now, he says that the Federal Reserve is doing their part with interest rates. Hovde says first federal spending needs to return to 2019 levels and excessive deficit spending needs to come to a halt. Hovde says his real-world experience and understanding of the global and financial economies make him the best candidate to bring down prices for Wisconsin.
Meanwhile, Democratic incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin has her own op-ed in the Journal-Sentinel about inflation. She says unlike Hovde, she's fighting back. Baldwin touts the passing of the Inflation Reduction Act, which helped lower the cost of health care, prescription drugs, and energy for families. Baldwin says she's currently helping lead the Price Gouging Prevention Act, which seeks to ban the practice.
Baldwin says she's also working to address the housing crisis through the Stop Predatory Investing Act. That act would eliminate the tax breaks incentives that big corporate investors get when they buy up Wisconsin properties. Earlier this year, Baldwin also introduced the Affordable Housing and Homeownership Act. That would provide funds for building and preserving 3 million affordable housing units nationwide. Lastly, the senator says she is fighting to pass the Child Care Stabilization Act and Child Care for Working Families Act. Together, Baldwin says that those would cut costs for families and support the child care workforce. 6:36 now. This weekend, the Packers open up their season at Lambeau Field against the Indianapolis Colts, and they're preparing to do so without Jordan Love. The starting quarterback didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday. He's sidelined with that knee injury suffered against the Eagles' loss last week. Love was set to miss 3 to 6 weeks, but now head coach Matt LaFleur hinting that Love could possibly play Sunday. That is, if he is cleared to do so, which he is not at the moment. If Love doesn't start, backup quarterback Malik Willis will be under center. All right, let's take a look out on the patio, if we could.
All right.
Angie Harkin with Wisconsin Beef Council grilling up some game day food for us. She's going to have a couple of cool recipes that you might want to try out tomorrow for the Alabama game.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
I was just going to say that. But temperatures for the Badgers game not going to be a problem today and tomorrow. Will be in the lower 80s. A lot of cloud cover and some showers to track. We'll talk about all that coming up.
And we're in the Wisconsin Dells this morning for the start of Wajawa Days. We're going to talk about some of the traditions for this community and have a little fun coming up next live in the 608.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
He told us who he was.
Should abortion be punished?
There has to be some form of punishment.
Then he showed us.
For 54 years, they were trying to get Roe v. Wade terminated, and I did it, and I'm proud to have done it.
Now Donald Trump wants to go further with plans to restrict birth control, ban abortion nationwide, even monitor women's pregnancies. We know who Donald Trump is. He'll take control. We'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Women need to pay close attention
to what Eric Hovde says about access to abortion.
Hovde's all in about opposing reproductive rights.
I am totally opposed to abortion.
And he wanted Roe overturned.
Do you think Roe versus Wade should be overturned?
Yes. So Eric Hovde is okay with politicians overruling decisions of doctors like me.
My patients worry about what Hovde will take away next.
A vote for Eric Hovde means we'll lose even more control over our lives.
Women Vote is responsible for the content of this ad.
I'm Joan Balwig, and these days the cost to make Great-Grandma Balwig's Blue Ribbon banana bread is, well, just nuts. Wisconsin families are feeling the pinch of inflation, even on the basics. That's why I work to put dough back in your pockets. Led the effort to defend our family farms and pass the biggest tax cut in state history, because the only way to make life affordable again is to do what banana bread does and bring everyone to the table.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
Tom. You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tom.
How have we got to Tam?
Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during
inflation,
the Trump administration, well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
no, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
A1 Furniture and Mattress is closing their giant showroom, and that means the best prices ever. Everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold. Name brands at huge discounts for every room. Store closing sale on now at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Young voters, we are very passionate and we really are focused on our future.
A fresh generation of voters is changing the way politics are played.
I think it's a great opportunity to try and promote unity in our country.
I'm talking to young people to see how they're getting involved with the local, state, and national campaigns and how this could potentially impact the November election.
In a close state like Wisconsin, the youth vote could be the determining factor in who becomes the next president.
3 for the People, Monday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Friday. The Badgers kick off the game tomorrow at 11 a.m. bright and early against Alabama tomorrow. And we have Angie here from the Wisconsin Beef Council grilling things up behind Sunrise Burger. Definitely hungry this morning already with all the good smells out there. We'll have that coming up in just a bit, but the Badgers game looking good but cloudy. Today and tomorrow we'll see a decent amount of cloud cover in place. Temperatures warming into the 80s, lower 80s, so not quite as warm as what we saw the last couple of days. It also isn't going to be that hazy outside. We are going to have a lot of cloud cover in place. So because of the sunshine we had the last few days, we were able to really see all that haze from the wildfire smoke. Not necessarily going to be the case though today or going forward through the weekend. Cloud cover because of post-tropical cyclone Francine, now just a low pressure system, is increasing our clouds already this morning. Showers are expected to stay central Illinois and even south of that area. The heaviest of the rain between Memphis and Atlanta still over the next about 12 to even 24 hours. We could start to see some showers track in overnight, mainly west of Madison. Tomorrow afternoon, though, a better chance of very spotty showers. It's not going to be widespread, not a washout, even though we really could use and need the rain because abnormally dry conditions are expanding across southern Wisconsin and the Madison viewing area. But I do think they'll be spotty at best even through tomorrow afternoon. I was pushing about 4 p.m. and then the better chance central and even northern Illinois or northern Wisconsin at that point in time. Most of southern Wisconsin, like I mentioned, is up to those abnormally dry conditions. This was actually as early as yesterday morning. That's when it was reported. But the next several days, temperatures are going to be in the lower 80s and then overnight lows are going to be in the lower to mid 60s. So not a bad forecast. If you like summer-like weather, we're definitely going to still have that.
Look at all those 80s.
I know. Literally out of the next 10 days, there's not one 82 or 83. They're all 82 or 83s.
And the perfect grilling weather, perfect tailgating weather. I'm excited, guys.
I'm glad it's not going to be too cold.
Exactly.
Right. So we've got the grill fired up this morning. If you're tired of, your stale, the standard burgers, broad stuff like that or whatever, we got some cool recipes this morning to mix up your tailgating routine. Angie Hargan from the Wisconsin Beef Council joining us this morning. Good morning, Angie.
Good morning.
Tailgating. Couldn't tailgate on a Friday morning.
Why not? Why not? Nothing's stopping us.
Where's the rule book? Where's the rule book? Okay.
Okay, so I got 2 different slider recipes. I kind of like doing sliders with tailgating because if you got a lot of people coming and everyone brings something, I like to try everything. So a slider is a nice, better, like a more appropriate serving size, and it doesn't fill you up. So I made my sliders ahead. So if you're tailgating on location, patting them up. I did about 6 per pound. Now our recipes on the website beeftips.com say 8 per pound, but I can't get them that small. I don't know. That seems too small, right?
Yeah.
So 6 per pound, and then do them. If you're doing them on location, a nice medium heat. So let's start. I kind of got a breakfast slider since it's an early game.
Well,
I got sunrise beef sliders. So I got I toasted up some little slider bones. Oops, stay. And I'm going to give you guys some sliders. And then I did some scrambled eggs. So you can definitely do those on location. If you're using one of the big griddles, you can do your scrambled eggs, your veggies. I got onions and mushrooms. You can do those right alongside.
Now, Angie, I got a question about doing sliders, because every time I do a slider, they ball up, right? They get like a round ball. I can't keep those sliders flat. What do you do?
Well, I have seen a lot, like people put their thumb in them and kind of make an indentation. I just try and keep mine very consistent.
Okay.
A consistent thickness,
yeah.
Because then that helps them cook evenly too. Take a meat thermometer with you, check it, make sure you get up to 160. But yeah, here I've got fried
I love
onions,
this. You put it all in the cast iron skillet right on the grill. Boom.
Yeah, because it's grill safe, and then you got your scrambled eggs. The hardest part about this recipe though is to keep your toppings on top.
Okay.
Because they want to fall off. But you guys kind of get the idea.
Oh yeah, the scrambled eggs with the mushrooms.
Perfect combination.
And then try and cover it with a little.
Yeah, get you a little bit of cheese on there.
Big cheese. Okay, like that. We'll make more of those.
All right, I'm gonna dive right in here. Let's get some.
The second recipe.
Oh shoot.
Oh, here.
Okay,
oh my gosh.
So we're running out of time here. So let's go ahead.
So
let's cook with gas.
Western sliders. So I got little Hawaiian buns. And I put on some sharp cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And then it calls for a bunch of different toppings. So lettuce, pickles, jalapeno slices if you like, some French fried onions, which is a little different. So you can kind of put on whatever you guys want for breakfast here.
All right, love mixing it up. All right, Angie,
and barbecue sauce.
We're out of time. If you want the recipes with
beeftips.com.
You got it, beeftips.com. Angie, always good to see you. Thanks a lot. Happy tailgating.
Yes, let's go.
Very good.
But now I know Josh is having some fun over in the Wisconsin Dells as they're preparing for their fall festival. Let's check in with him.
Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Look at you guys having some food in studio. Usually that's me in the 608, but we're having our own fun in the Wisconsin Dells this morning. We were checking out the Wajawa Days, which is their fall festival. This is such a tradition, and this morning I have Lucas Killick joining us. This is at the Kilbourne Fire Department tent. Lucas, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
So Wajawa Days, this is a big tradition for this community.
It is a huge tradition for multiple service organizations in our area. Big fundraiser for those organizations, such as the Kilbourne Fire Department. And we've been part of it for 57 years since its inception in 1967.
So we talk about those traditions. We got to talk about this right behind us because everyone knows what this is here in the Dells. What do we have here?
So this is what was called, first called the nickel pitch, now the token toss. So what your goal is here is to throw a token on the board here, land it in one of the circles. If you get it in the center of the circle here, you get a small prize this weekend. If you get it in the center of the board, you'll get one of our grand prizes this weekend. And all the funds that we collect from this goes to our scholarships, which helps kids in Wisconsin Dells High School go on to secondary education.
I love that. All right, so you've got some tokens in the hat for me this morning. Yes. We're going to give our best pitch here. And what's the trick to this, Lucas?
Just a good throw. That's all I've heard. And sometimes we get lucky with getting one in the spot here, and you're getting pretty close to that center one, so not bad, not bad. And then you get them to roll right off. Roll right off. So it's all in just the good throw and getting one on the board as much as you can.
So Wajawa means to have fun, of course, and you guys, of course, are going to be doing that all weekend long.
Yeah, absolutely. So here at the Kilbourne Fire Department tent, we'll have the token toss here. We have our beer stand, as well as our 50-50 raffles. We do our annual Wajawa t-shirts for the Kilbourne Fire Department. All of it goes to our fundraising. We're a 100% volunteer fire department. None of us are paid. And so we do this for tradition, for our community, and this is a big fundraiser for our department.
And celebrating the community too, obviously this is the fall, right? So summer is come and gone, but you guys still have things going on that are all the time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're still, we're busy. Summer is winding down now, but we're busy all the time with various stuff, and yeah, we're always busy. So
yeah, always busy, something going on. So if people are interested in stopping by the Kilbourne tent, what do they need to know?
Sure. We're at the same location as we've been since the inception 57 years ago, Oak Street and Broadway. Can't miss us. We'll be here all night long, starting this afternoon with the token toss and beer stands.
All right. Well, Lucas, thank you so much for your time. If you'd like to learn more about what's happening here at the Wajawa Day Fall Festival, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. Guys, I got a few tokens left here. I think I was doing better off camera. I was pretty close earlier, but
yeah.
I got to get that big prize. We got to get that big prize in the news van on the way back.
All right. Good luck. You may be there a while.
Yeah. Trying to get those coins in.
I think so.
Getting close.
All right, Josh, thanks. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
Coming up this morning in our morning sprint, Social Security recipients could be in for a boost.
If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hey there, Madison. Dina here again. If you have a plumbing emergency, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. Call us in the morning and we'll see you the same day. If it leaks, bursts, or freezes, you need the RHD Dream Team. We remedy your disaster fast. That's the Dream Team difference.
This ad is a complete lie. The truth is, Tammy Baldwin's never shared inside information with her partner. And Tammy Baldwin's leading the fight to ban senators from purchasing any individual stocks. It's Eric Hovde, who owns a $3 billion California bank. And Hovde's bank takes millions from unknown foreign interests, meaning we'd have no idea who Eric Hovde would really be working for. Eric Hovde, what's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Friday the 13th, 13 hours only, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. 13 of the hottest deals, like Lay's chips and fresh ground chuck. 13 deals that are hotter than hot, including items for under $1. Save big on these 13 deals and more, in-store and online. Friday the 13th for 13 hours, only at Hy-Vee.
Bidenomics is working.
It's not. ABC News proved it with charts.
It was under control
on
during
inflation,
the Trump administration, well below
gas,
$3 a gallon, 35%
and housing.
jump in home prices, folks.
Even CNN admits it.
When it comes to the economy, groceries were less expensive, housing was more affordable when Donald Trump was president.
Yet Harris still says,
Bidenomics is working.
no, it isn't.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
To everyone out there who loves Culver's,
the feeling is mutual. Everything's made fresh.
Everything.
It's our pleasure. This is me and my happy place. I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant. Culver's. Yay! We love our guests.
Love. As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
from Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
I was a Kamala Harris supporter. That changed after an illegal alien murdered my son, running him over, then driving back and forth over Drew's body 3 times. The man who killed my son had been arrested previously, but Kamala Harris let him go. As San Francisco's DA, Kamala was soft on crime. As a senator, she supported releasing criminal aliens back into our neighborhoods. Kamala Harris is dangerous.
Preserve America PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
They say the kitchen is the heart of the home, but one look at this mess proved this love affair was over. If outdated, worn, and no wow factor describes a room in your home, you need the RHD Dream Team difference. We'll be on time, on budget, and fabulous from design to installation to put the heart back into your home.
Bus Rapid Transit begins Sunday, September 22nd. Visit mymetrobus.com.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Tomorrow is a big game day in Madison. The Badgers face Alabama at Camp Randall Stadium. It's the first time in decades a top 5 team comes to Camp Randall. Kickoff is at 11 a.m. That Badger Bash will take place at Union South beginning at 8:30. Be prepared for road closures around the stadium and other areas.
A person of interest is now in custody after those fires downtown this week. It happened early Wednesday morning. Arson detectives from Madison believe the person of interest intentionally started a dumpster fire. Madison police say that person's also connected to 2 other fires from that morning. One of those fires displaced 6 students from a home. No one suffered any injuries.
OSHA is accusing a Sun Prairie contractor of 8 violations of safety regulations. GL Construction of Madison could face fines of over $144,000. They stem from infractions at a Verona construction site back in February. They followed the death of an employee on the job in April of 2022. GL Construction is contesting the penalties.
Happening today, Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Tim Walz will be in Wisconsin. It's part of a 2-day swing through the state. He's going to meet with Democratic volunteers in Wausau today and then head up to UW Superior tomorrow. He was last in Wisconsin on Labor Day when he stopped in Milwaukee.
In other campaign news, former President Donald Trump says he is done debating against Vice President Kamala Harris. In a post on Truth Social, he said there will be no third debate in all capital letters. This comes after their debate on Tuesday. Harris says that she and Trump, quote, owe it to the voters to have another debate.
New this morning, about 33,000 Boeing workers are on strike. That is after union members overwhelmingly voted down a proposed contract. The strike affects workers in multiple states. Boeing says that the 25% raise that they proposed would have been its largest ever. Many workers said it wasn't enough.
If you receive Social Security benefits, this one's for you. Millions of recipients can expect a 2.5% cost of living increase in their benefits next month. That's a monthly average of around $48. The bump is less than the 3.2% raise this year, but it's on trend with historic norms. Benefits are projected to rise 2.5% next year.
Well, the consistent temperatures, consistent above average temperatures, those are going to stick around. We'll be in the lower 80s through the weekend and through the next 10 days. Nighttime temps in the lower to mid 60s with little to no rain chances. Could see a few spotty showers tomorrow and Sunday, but not the rain we need. But I'm happy it'll be dry for the Badgers game.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people are.
They are, and I got tailgating on my mind now. So take a look at those. Look at those sliders.
Yeah.
Happy grilling this weekend. Go Badgers. We're back in 30 minutes with the news and weather update.